Hello everyone, and welcome back to Starfield. I don't know why that didn't want to come out of my mouth right. I'm sorry if the audio is a little janky. It started sounding weird and I had to mess with it, and it still doesn't quite sound right. So hey, we are pretty much right where we left off last time. I'm so confused. Where does it want me to go? Okay, it wants me to go in here, but it still said it wanted me to go out that door before. I'm so confused now. Anyways, couple things right off the bat. Now it's yeah. My posting schedule might be a little affected over the next few weeks or so, possibly. It's not like I'm not going to be posting. It's just that I'm going to be attempting to record both Starfield and hopefully some Terratech, continue my series on that. And I just don't know how well it's gonna fare. And then probably a week or 3 from now I may try to start streaming some Payday 3. Let's see what he's got to say.
You again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding.
What?
Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
I just... What? Why did he interfere again? I'm literally leaving. I didn't know what else to say, so I just kind of said the same thing I said last time. But yeah, so that's hopefully how things will generally go over the next little while.
You are entering United Colonies space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
And right there we go. But yes, I don't exactly know when I'm going to directly be attempting to stream Payday 2. It could be anywhere from 2 weeks to the December. But starting from tomorrow, I am going to be attempting to make to continue my Terratech series as well. Which, to anyone who might have watched that, thank you. The first episode has like 96 views, which is like crazy for me. Okay. Looks like we're gonna talk to Von Victus. I think that was his name, right? Pretty sure.
pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs.
I don't think, if I'm remembering, that's not what the recording was about.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we? You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble? You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terramorphs, just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time. Easy to say now, but in that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. Can't remember the many lives you've taken. Orlays was the man whose death you brought about around the moon of Etheria. The pilot of the Warlock. The man I had to eliminate. To hide my secret.
I just wanted to click on these
It
ones.
wasn't easy.
I remembered who Ortiz was.
But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom they were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
This guy's just, well,
Why
did
would
all
I
this
want to be in the
stuff.
good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure. Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. Something befitting the dedication to the colonies you two have shown. While, of course, they can't give you a command, responsibility like that has to be earned. The Cabinet does have access to considerable resources. I expect you'll be quite pleased with the result. And none of it would have happened without my intervention. You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlez's role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
I don't know here. It could be bad.
Hunting down criminals and other threats to the United Colonies. I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once this is all over. You would help me, like you did with Orlez. Track them down, and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Impossible, though, if the Cabinet learns I'm the one responsible for the attacks.
Yeah. I'll make sure everything's pinned on Ortiz.
Then I won't keep you. You've got important work, after all. Here's to a bright future.
This is possibly going to end up bad. Let me close the door. This could very well end up very bad. Where is Vasco, anyways? I don't know. Where am I going? Aha.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Aciles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
Orlez? Reginald Orlez? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlez now? Were you able to bring him in? Huh, I see. Wish we could have questioned him. But... well, there's nothing we can do at this point. Any
I
idea
almost kind of
why
feel
he might
bad
have done
about
it?
lying all this,
Or
but
what he was doing at
hey.
the plant? Another madman justifying butchery. Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Aseles seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch 'em. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Aseles aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Aseles, we're at least dealing with known risks. And here we go.
I didn't mean to press that. I don't know, I just decided to switch to that. Okay.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orles commit these attacks, Captain?
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Olays? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according to plan.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission and who ordered it. Did you two suspect at the time Orlays might have been involved in the attacks? Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlays triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the Captain and Major Sanan uncovered.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice. It seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches. The three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our troop presence on Londinian is increased. I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I don't know what the best option here is. Because it can really go either way. And I don't know if they said it like the microbe is going to have a problem or
These are
not.
topics of the utmost importance. Take your time.
I don't know. Give me a moment, guys. I'll be back. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Simply because I agree with the fact that the microbe could be problems, and if
We're
you
waiting
really
on
think
you,
about it,
Captain.
it could take longer than the acetylates. There doesn't appear to be a I even kind of looked this up to see if there was like a definitive, like, hey, one goes wrong or not, and it didn't give me an answer, or at least a proper one. So we're gonna go with the acetylates.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive. You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Well, okay then, I'd say that went well. Oh, there you are, Vasco. Undude. Took you long enough. Let's see here. What missions? Hmm. Kind of want to check out this one, just because it seems interesting. A lot of things to do here. I'd say probably next time we may start one of these. Okay. I just never looked at one of those, so I didn't know what it was. Apparently an information thing. Okay. Let's see, where are we going?
This is Research Outpost U-309 to any and all Freestar Collective craft. We are under heavy fire. Hostile spacers are overrunning our position on Altair 2. I'm not sure how much longer our...
Guess we're going to help some people?
We don't have much time. Private Mahoney out.
Let's go see about helping these people. Oh, I can already hear them. Maybe I want to switch to the scan. This one? Yeah.
Retreat on me! Reloading! Ah! Ah!
I need more ammo. Oh, anyways. Ran myself out on that ammo a little while ago whenever I tried to use my minigun.
Counter will likely end in you're dead. Using that power in proximity to other humans may induce fainting from shock.
Hey, I think I've been accidentally paused this whole time, haven't I? Wonder how long I've been paused. That's not fun. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. Is this where I need to be? No, that's not where I need to be. However, I will take that stuff. The ammo. Let's see here. Where am I going?
What?
Oh, I guess it would probably be down here, wouldn't it? Or this way.
You picked the wrong fight. Finally got you.
No spacer is going to win on my watch.
Exterior damaged.
Hideout. Med pack.
It is a fact that my firepower exceeds yours.
I would imagine, yes, Vasco.
Detection of enemy and
Now we're talking.
search protocol.
It's on.
Damn it! He's picking us off! My eyes!
You know, I just realized I think I picked up two. Yeah, I don't need those. Ooh, what do you got? Oh, it's an axe. I have way too much ammo. Oh, for energy weapons. What's in you? Credits.
Ugh. Thank God. I figured if I talked myself hoarse on the comms, the cavalry would come. I was expecting some Freestar militia, but any port in a storm, I guess. When comms was overrun, I did a tactical retreat to this utility closet. Hey, I'm just glad I'm in one piece. From what I've seen already, gladly. Before Spacers broke into the outpost, I was relaying orders for Lieutenant Torres. Torres ain't bad as far as COs go, but we'd have been flat out murdered if it weren't for the, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the UC Marines. So, and this is important. You see a Marine, don't shoot. They're friendlies. No arguments here. So first things first, the makeshift infirmary isn't gonna hold. They set up on the ground floor in the security section. The whole place is on lockdown, so you'll have to find a way there. Talk to, Lazama. He's the only thing between them and... well, you get the picture. Here's hoping it's not just me still standing. Be safe, be bold. A dead soldier ain't no help to no one.
Okay then. Ooh. I got two digipicks, so I'll take it. Ah. Poor Marine.
You think that hurts?
Yes, I do.
It's going down. You're alright.
Hmm. Oh, not another Marine, man. I mean, like, dislikes looting him like that because it feels weird. I mean, I'll eat the enemies, obviously, but like the Marines that died fighting, just doesn't feel right, you know?
One over here.
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
Didn't mean to pick that up.
Shit! One down. Everyone run.
You will be easily defeated.
That's right, Vodka, Sko. They will be easily defeated.
Use of that power on the ship would be most unwise.
Well, yeah. Mostly because I wouldn't see anything.
Oh god.
Not gonna lie, textures are glitching out pretty bad right now. Like, really bad.
Enemy activity detected at close range.
You're
I
not.
advise a hasty retreat. It will save your life.
Well, considering they just blew up, I don't think I have to worry about that. Not again. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Meh. Not much I can do about it now.
This is it. Corporal Izama, UC Marines, medic. We thought we were done for. And meet the esteemed doctor. Musa, right? It's his party we're crashing. We've lost too many good soldiers and scientists to the spacers. But everyone here is stable and will recover. Assuming we can clear the outpost of spacers. Mahoney's a machine. She's wasted on this rock. And this... what the heck are you guys doing here anyway? Doctor. Doctor!
Yes. Yes. Astrobiology. We study non-Terran life forms in the settled systems. We, seek to understand the various flora and fauna and search for practical uses. Medicinal, industrial, or just understanding how life propagates. We work purely on non-military applications. It's part of our charter. No. They've They've been trying to take over the whole system. For months.
Listen, we can't waste time. The Freestar CO, Lieutenant Torres, he locked down the complex. I'm not sure how long he can keep his troops safe.
Last I saw Torres was on the 3rd floor, near my office.
Take this key and get to Torres. It should open everything except the security doors. Get to Torres before his men are wiped out. Good luck. What? You think he's a spacer? He's the one that cleared him out.
It would be advisable to leave some things behind.
We're going this way.
Found one! Damn it! He's picking us off! Got company. Sitting ducks out there.
You know, I have them. I might as well equip them.
You're dead. Dead! That's nothing. No, reloading. It's on! Open up! Oh!
You are not statistically likely to survive this encounter.
My arm's hit! You're
Oh.
dead! Dead!
Well, that's just great.
Do not attempt combat with us. You will not survive.
What Vasco said. Hmm. Okay, I've already looted over here. So let's head this way. Not seeing anything of use in here. Besides maybe some cheese. That for some reason is in the shape of butter. That's the wrong way to go. Got it clear in here. No, it does not appear like I did. Well, everyone, I believe this video has come to an end. Very good ending point, I should say.
What? Give me some cover! Good riddance! You're next! Time to die. Get some cover now! You think that hurts?
Well, I was hoping it would, yes. Gotta deal with these guys.
I'm moving! Fire! Get! Here! Anything!
Exterior plating damaged.
Going damned.
Why did that person just randomly have uranium on them? It's like, I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. Not exactly supposed to just carry uranium around. Not exactly the best idea. I might walk away with quite a few digipics. I'm also invisible at the moment for some reason. I'm sure a quick restart will fix that. Well, everyone, I hope you have all enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one.